Hey everyone, it's Tutor Brian. Here is the workout training summary for the month of July. A little bit early in the month, but I had compiled enough training footage to go ahead and make a video for the summary, even though it's halfway through the month. Starting off with a workout done on July 4th, and this day I was just doing some upper body work. I don't think any of the big three lifts, nor OHP, just some upper body lifts. And I think I was trying to wear red, white, and blue this day, and not until after that day did I realize that the jersey I was wearing, or the t-shirt jersey, was number 4 for Deshaun Watson, but also coincidentally also happened to be July 4th. Just something I noticed much later. But speaking of NFL, I saw news on ESPN that former Oklahoma running back, Dallas Cowboy, and Tennessee Titan, and I think also a brief stint with the Eagles in Philadelphia, running back DeMarco Murray was choosing to retire at the age of 30, which for the running back position is nothing out of the ordinary. I hear that that position in football is one that doesn't have a long lifespan, so players have a short window where they're playing that position, and then either due to the injuries or just the wear and tear over the years, that they're in there for a few years at their peak and then out of the NFL by their own choice. Maybe they can't play as effectively anymore, or they lost a step, something along those lines. But I just bring that up because I'm close to around that age, maybe 6 or so months away from being 30 years old, and it just makes me think of longevity, being in the quote-unquote prime, being at peak physical condition, and aging. And for me, it's been 6 years of lifting. This August, I think, will be the 6th year of consistent lifting, and I can feel some of the wear and tear. Granted, it's nowhere near the type of aches or pains, bumps and bruises that you would get from playing professional sports, especially football, but just from lifting consistently in the gym, doing moderately to heavy lifting, trying just building muscle and gaining strength. All of it compiled together has took a toll. I mean, there's some aches and pains here that are still lingering on and off. But the reason I was thinking about how, like, NFL players, they have a certain window in which they're at their peak physically, and they're the most explosive and the most athletic, is the other day I was looking through some old workout logs, and it was in 2015. I saw the numbers I was able to put up in squat, bench, and deadlift around that time, and back then I had thought that there was a higher ceiling, that I could still improve and get stronger over the years. I thought it would be uphill, not downhill. But now, looking back and seeing what I was able to do back then, it may actually be that period was actually my physical peak. I haven't pushed myself to that level yet of trying to repeat the same numbers I was able to do 3 years ago. The conditions are not exactly the same. Body weight, programming, the frequency and the type of training I was doing, but it does bring a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of, well, both of feeling good about what I was able to do back then when I was, I guess, in my prime, but also kind of disappointed that it hasn't been able to get any better since then. I thought over the years that in my mid-20s I was getting strong, but I thought I'd be able to at least maintain, if not increase, strength over the years into my late 20s. But we're constantly changing with the times, evolving physically and psychologically, mentally, all of it constantly growing, not necessarily in size, but developing over the years. Our mentality may change, our desire may change, so it's not just, the physical part, getting older, joints wearing down, muscle strength decreasing. But it's not something to, I guess, linger too much on and feel kind of sad or disappointed with how things had ended up. You can't really predict exactly how things will go in the future. Things pop up here and there that are unforeseen, and you just kind of roll with the punches, go with what life brings you. And looking back at those numbers, I was proud of what I was able to accomplish back then. I feel like there was more left on the table. I fell short of what I had strived for. And if that was as good as it gets, then I just got to learn to live with things as they are now. You have to appreciate that I have decent physical health. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I mean, the aches and pains, the injuries that I have are not crippling, debilitating. I'm still able to do normal activities of daily living, mostly pain-free, and I guess I shouldn't dwell too much on the past and just appreciate what I got going now and look forward to I guess a new stage, going from 20s to 30s, and maybe focusing on overall physical health. I've been trying to not only lift weights but maintain cardiovascular health, jogging, doing all kinds of different activities that can raise my heart rate for an extended period of time and improve that area, cardiovascular endurance. Like swimming, something I've been trying to get into, but it'll be okay as long as I just maintain a positive mindset, be able to adapt, grow, and evolve my way of thinking and what I'm doing over the next few years.